Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Harakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders, spent most on the real world. And Shalom to all the brothers doing the work, certain truth. Just wanted to kind of touch on how, Esau's use of media is like a big aspect of how he pushes the different vibrations that he's pushed out. Because the one that came to mind for me was the whole, LGBT alphabet crew thing, especially the Transformers. Because I remember being on when like Oxford Circus, like it was a fucking complete rarity. Like it was a once in a blue moon, not even like a blue moon's rare. Once in a while you would see, you know, one of those, a Transformer. But then after it started getting pushed, it was like a few 5-10 years later. It's to where it's much more common, and it's more just being pushed out in media in general, kind of vibration out there. And then people say, oh, it's just they're scared to come out before and blah blah blah, and they're just thinking it. But then the reality of it is, the reality of it is with that is it was pushed intentionally. People with money, influence, power, had the means to have it be promoted, to be pushed out to various people. Because says on BBC, it says, what pro euthanasia film The Room Next Door wins top prize in Venice. And yeah, this is another vibration. This vibration been pushing out for a minute, the euthanasia thing. So I remember even learning about that shit in school like years back. They were saying, oh, euthanasia, blah blah blah. Do you think it should be think else? Well, but then it's with these things being pushed. They're pushing it with essentially to bring you over to their mindset, to their vibration. Because this pro euthanasia film, The Room Next Door, has won the Venice Film Festival's best award. And like a lot of these, like especially the Venice Film Festival, the was it Cannes as well, the French one. Those ones they push. It's all about those indie, offbeat kind of films, and that's kind of what they're all into. They're very much in that Hollywood bubble of pushing a particular mindset, a particular vibration, that Hollywood, witchcraft vibration, and that's where you see a lot of those movies where it's all that kind of funky shit will get pushed out. And this, because there's another one they mentioned further down. But I'll read on. It says, the feature film starring Tilda Swinton and Julianne Moore took the prestigious Golden Lion Award on Saturday. Early in the week, the Pedro Almodovar directed film featuring received an 18-minute standing ovation after it premiered at the festival, one of the longest in recent memory. Accepting the award, 74-year-old Spanish director told the audience, I believe that saying goodbye to this world cleanly and with dignity is a fundamental right of every human being. And the thing with that as well is with the euthanasia thing, it's again, it's always all these angles, all these different approaches are pushed in a way where it's like it seems merciful, it seems like, oh, it's righteous, it's just. But then the reality of it is like they're utilizing that kind of approach, that beginning point to make you think, oh, what if you got both your legs are crippled and you got no relatives waiting for you and you're blah blah. But then it's even like being in that state is downstream of the lifestyle of this kingdom and this system. Because within this system, it's basically about indulging in hedonism, the nature of a family, having building up a family around you. For when you get up in age, all that's been done, and that's why you have people like now in their 40s and 30s, late 30s and 40s saying, "Oh, I want to have kids," but then it's they can't hold a relationship, or they might have kids and be estranged or whatever, and then they get up in age and like, damn, maybe I should have, there was something to this as to why people were approaching in such a way, like why people lived how they did. But then it's like, people live now where it's like they're thinking, oh, having a job, having some kind of what's the word, career, and then think, oh yeah, you do that, and it's like you'll get up in age, be like 50s, in your 50s and 60s, you got, you might have a partner and have like no kids, whatever. You're both old, you think like all the money's gonna last, but inflation's fucking nuked. Like inflation fucked you. The market dipping might have fucked you over in the shorter term or even longer term, and then you're just kind of like, oh, you're realizing all that was preached within the society ain't so ain't that as great as it seemed, and that's how. But people don't put things in perspective. They don't look at it from a wider kind of vantage. They don't look at the full picture, because with them they just kind of see like the end result kind of thing. Because you talk to people where it's like they have the opportunity to do a wide variety of things with their life, and they just kind of think that taking one door doesn't close other doors. They think they can be like, okay, I'm just going to focus on this. Like it's a cost benefit analysis, but that's something that applies to the truth. It says what count the cost when you come to serving your health share. You got to count the cost, but that's not something people in the world do. The world has the lie of you can you achieve everything, and then all these kind of mindsets is downstream is you'll end up in that destitute state with mental issues, with demons on you, basically trying to get a certain particular kind of lifestyle, but then it's not going to work out in your favor, or you might think it's going to work out in your favor, and then it just doesn't in the end. So let's say the film sees Swinton play a war correspondent suffering from terminal cancer. She asks her old friend, played by Moore, to be at her side as it takes her own life. Meanwhile, with cancers as well, that's lifestyle, man. The vast majority, by and large, that's gonna be some lifestyle shit most of the time. Whereas people have a particular lifestyle, they don't keep maintain themselves, and then what happens? You end up in that result. Then you're trying to play catch up, zapping radiation waves to completely decimate yourself. It says as Almodovar said, he made the film to communicate his belief euthanasia should be available around the world. It's not a political issue, but a human issue. The Oscar winner Almodovar said the film is his first feature film in English. So yeah, it's basically it was made explicitly to push an agenda, and that's really the point I wanted to kind of get to, because that's like a lot of these movies, they're pushing little agendas in it, and then people say, oh no, it's just it's not really like it's just an entertainment value or whatever. But the reality of it is that it's a lot of these things are pushed. A lot of them might not have it as a central focus as well, but then they'll just kind of normalize a bunch of things within it. And that's what like the kind of mindset where people aren't paying attention, especially now. People have got that fog in their brain, man. They're obliterated by work, obliterated by maintaining relationships and whatnot. They ain't got that much brain power spare to spend thinking about these things when they engage with them. Most people don't really look into it that deeply. They just think, oh, that was fun, I had a good time. This award really belongs to them. It's a film about two women, and the two women are Julianne and Tilda. And yeah, that's just the post 1960s women's liberation vibration, which has been normalized throughout society anyway. As president of the jury, French actor Isabelle Huppert said the film tackled important issues thoughtfully and without melodrama. The Room Next Door is poised to be one of the most talked about films of awards season. The 81st edition, and there was this as well, okay. Yeah, so the 8th edition, the world's oldest film festival, wrapped up on Saturday night with international celebrities flocking to Venice's red carpet. Among the other award winners was Nicole Kidman, who won the Best Actress award for her role in Baby Girl, in which she played a high-powered CEO, putting her career and family on the line to begin an affair with her much younger intern. So that film's pushing a whole vibration as well, where it's just adultery. And that's something that within society has been normalized to a stupendous degree anyway. It's not something that there's any punishment tied to. There's not any laws passed associated with it. And as such, it's something that is tantalizing. It's people looking like, ooh, there's an appeal to it. You have men where they think, oh, if I can take a next man's woman, then they're like getting one over, and then women as well thinking like, oh, I can go and just freak off with some next guy, and then feel good about it afterwards. But then what's the reality of it is that with these they're breaking the law, and then in doing so, it's you're bringing certain judgment, certain you're bringing a certain spirit against yourself, where it's to your own destruction. And that's that's the other thing that made me want to read this, because I was just like, imagine like they've just put like, oh, having an affair, it's tantalizing or whatever. That's the whole film. It's her just being like, high-powered CEO as well, pushing that vibration, and just like, oh, then she has an affair, it just makes her feel like a woman or what. I ain't seen the film for shit. But then with those movies, those are the particular vibrations being pushed out. Starting this, Jeremiah 10:2 says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." Yeah, be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. These, all the things, all the different, carnal, left-hand side witchcraft aspects being reverenced by these people in the world. All the ancient customs, ancient heathenish customs that are being kept, but and reverenced through these different movies, through these different events and whatnot. These things are basically done. They're doing it to attain a certain power. But then, what does it say? For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. And yeah, as it says, the customs of the people are vain. Because that's the reality of it. All these, they're saying like, oh, euthanasia. People need to be able to off themselves. They're saying, oh, euthanasia. People need to off themselves. Oh, like isn't thingy tantalizing? Isn't adultery tantalizing? But then those things are all in vanity, really. And then you have the example of Solomon indulging in folly to the maximum, to where it was just like, it's all vanity. But then within this day and age, folly set in great dignity. Daniel 7:25, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand unto a time and times, and the think to change times and given his hand until time and times and dividing time. So with speaking the great words, and wear out the saints. Really, it's the one when it's focusing on was change times and laws. Because now we're in the time where it's like, a woman shall compass a man. Esau's basically established that, what do you call it? His own set system and set of laws everyone follows. And it's where it's like, over here in the UK, it's like even saying certain things online, you can get thrown in jail. Being, certain, you know, if you're talking against people's lifestyle, then it'll be to your own doom and demise. Because why? You know, Esau's established his system, he's established his ways. Everyone follows after that. Revelation 13 and 3, and it says, "And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast." That's the state, you know, we're in now, where Esau's been rejuvenated, his kingdom's been rejuvenated. That second leg of the Roman Empire has begun and flourished. So, you know, how people are essentially looking at his rule, his way of being, and thinking like, damn, no, that's amazing, that's wondrous, and following after it. They're completely emulating it and indulging it within his systems, because why? The lifestyle affords them the riches, the wealth, all these things that they gain engaging with his system. They're like, yeah, okay, I'll fuck with that. And that's just, it's not just, you know, in the Western world, that vibration's out there. That you know, it's not a surprise that you bring, well, it's like Coca-Cola's, a bunch of brands and whatnot are global. YouTube's global. Movies, you know, a bunch of these classic Hollywood movies, you find that shit fucking everywhere. So how much of a mystery is it to fucking hell? How much of a mystery is it to them be seeing that you bring someone from the third world into Esau's realm, they completely just coalesce and become part of it. They already had it baked in by all this media they engage with, the music as well, pushes all these vibrations, and that becomes normal. Everyone raised over here in the West, they become, you know, Americans and Brits. They don't become whatever their parents were, wherever they were from originally. That's how this, you know, this thing's been set up, and this all the shit they engage with as they grow. Like now you got the iPad generation, smartphone generation, the social media generation, where they're engaging with all those aspects of life. That's what, you know, and then that's how they're learning to function. Before then what? Even interacting with things outside of that. You talk to some of these younger people, and it's you mention things, their brain just like starts short circuiting. Psalms 50 and 16. "But unto the wicked the Most High saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee?" Yeah. What hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Because that's the thing, is in reality, Esau, you know, you mentioned the Bible, you mentions this, you know, scriptures, but then when it comes to functionality, he's like I said, he's changed times and laws. He's got his own shit set up. He's got his own legislation. He's got his own laws he's passed that he enforces, where, you know, you'd be thrown in jail. You have judgments that he's decided on applied. And it's why? Because he hateth instruction. He wants things set up how he does, which is why he'll then just push all kinds of confusion. Because why? That's, you know, that's what he's about. That's his vibration, and that's what he desires. It then allows him to be at the, you know, in the seat of the Most High within his own system, rather than having to be on the bottom, you know, the basis of men in, you know, in the true order of things. Isaiah 24:4. "The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. So yeah, the earth mourneth. The earth's in that decayed state. And then, you can go to Daniel 2 with a statue where you have, as you go through the kingdoms through time, you start with a head of gold, silver, bronze, brass, iron and clay. Then when it's iron and clay, that's it's not even a full one element. So it's not even as cohesive as the prior ones. Because why? It's that decaying state and luster and shine of those kingdoms. The head of gold had, the earth was in a less defiled state. Men were in a less defiled state. But now we've reached the tail end of things, where it's like wickedness is basically run rampant, confusion's run rampant, and it's being like fed into a never-ending cycle where more confusion begets confusion. That's why, the earth's desolate. There's few men left. Because with this lifestyle Esau's promoting, through his media, through everything, essentially, what is it? It's a way of death, man. Romans 9:21, have not the potter power over the clay, of the same lump, to make one vessel unto honor, and another unto dishonor? What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath, and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory? So yeah, have not the potter, and the Most High is a potter. We're all the clay. We're basically being molded for whatever purpose is desired of us. Esau's purpose is obviously to be, that destructive force, that confounding force within the earth, to bring mass death, confusion, destruction upon the world. So with that, then you have those that Most High was like, okay, this is going to be the righteous vessel. This is going to be the one that I will have mercy on. And the Most High can decided on his whims, essentially, who would take up that role. And Esau had his role assigned to him. And Jacob had his role assigned to him. And you can twist and turn and scream and get upset. But that's what it is. And really, the tantrum Esau's putting on is him pushing all his different, philosophies and his mindset upon the people. Because why? That's him really trying to just be like, oh, well, I'm gonna, it's him trying to be like, okay, I'm gonna establish my own shit, which is the spirit that's been put on him anyway. And it's gonna be to his own demise, man, to his doom, to his end. And that's really why it's all that he's pushing is going to be found to be lies. Those that hold on to it. What was the first story in the matter? Is like getting cancer. So it's like living with Esau's way of life. It says death. And where's the satisfaction? Where's the bliss, the joy, the contentment? Those things don't exist. That's something people like, I lived my life and it's like all I did was blood. And that what's the meaning of life? What's the point of this? I didn't even have but X, Y. They're realizing after going through Esau's path, the end is just death. It's lame. They might have had their shine for like 1 or 2 years. They might have been like had shit all together. Then afterwards, it's like, damn. It was BS all along. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Shalom.